Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Right, hello folks, long time no see. So today we're going to make the traditional pumpkin Halloween carving. And I got some reference off the internet. I think I did something similar to this, not as good as this picture. I don't know how this is going to turn out yet, but there's something similar to this like ages ago. I've hardly made any videos for this channel for a long time. The last time I did them regularly was probably about 3 or 4 years ago, with the odd video between now and then. I was ill 2023 for a while, so I couldn't do anything then, but fully recovered now. This channel's still getting a few subs, but there's no new videos being uploaded. As I said before, I had to sort of chop things up a little bit because they were sort of unrelated topics, you know, like I had to split my music channel, split the music that I was putting some music on here now and again a while back, and I split that off into another channel because if people just want to come here for craft, DIY stuff, moulding and casting, it was originally, they don't really want to be seeing music stuff. So anyway, I'll just make this as like a sort of live video. I won't edit it and I won't speed it up as we go through. But it looks like my battery's about to run out, so what I'm going to do is just change the battery over. Right, there we go. So there will be a bit of editing. Just changing the battery over. Right, battery seems right. So there was 2 bars on the last one. Anyway, right, so I've got a cup of coffee as well, so let's get on with it. Right, so as I said, we've got this reference picture. So if you're a bit uncomfortable drawing it freehand, just get yourself a reference picture online or wherever, and do your own interpretation or whatever. So I'm going to obviously try and do this one. I'm going to sketch it out onto the pumpkin here, which is kindly donated to me by my mother. She's been through the war. She broke her nose, and she was going to do this she was going to use this pumpkin for herself. Well, not herself, she's going to do a display for somebody, but she couldn't do it because she broke her nose. And that was about 6 weeks ago, and she is still recovering from severe concussion, which can take quite a long time to get over or to recover from. So not nice business at all. Anyway, let's sketch the eyes in. Now I think I should have taken the top off first, I think. Taking the top of the pumpkin head off anyway. Let's see how it goes in. You see that on the camera? You got a bit of an arc there, so try and make these eyes symmetrical. I mean, obviously don't be too perfect. Make it fun. Yeah, so my mum, she fell over and smashed her face into a pavement. And you know, like when your eyes come up, I suppose you've seen it, or you might have experienced it yourself, or seen somebody, or know somebody that's had a broken nose. Your eyes come up all black. Anyway, her whole face came up black or purple, you know, purpley black. Pretty brutal. I think she's feeling a bit wobbly, like even now after 6 weeks later with severe concussion. So, and I think she has good days and bad days. And I think she kind of gets tired in the afternoons sometimes. So she's got to take it steady. Right, so just penciled in the nose there as well. It looks like this smile kind of goes up to the top around the middle of the eyes. It's kind of, I've made it a tradition to carve out a pumpkin every Halloween, but I don't think I did one last year. I definitely didn't make a video of one last year. But I think I've like most years. Well, for that, there's probably about, I don't know, 3-4 pumpkin carvings on this channel. Just sketch it in a bit there. I don't know if it's picking up on the camera there. What I should do, I mean, perhaps I will end up speeding this up a bit if it's if you can't see anything on there. What I will do is, just for the camera, some marker pens here. Got black marker pens, so what I'll do, if you can't see those pencil lines, I don't think they ever show it very well. What I'll do is I'll just kind of mark it in there with a marker pen, so you can see. Oops, a daisy. Okay, nose. Mouth. Be a bit of a bugger because you can't rest your, hard to rest your hand to get like to anchor your hand to steady the pen. Oops, and I'm getting it everywhere now. He looks quite evil. He's looking quite evil so far. That's what we want. Bit of evilness. Yeah, we'll try and upload a few more videos to this channel. They probably won't be as frequent as I started out. There's a few videos I would like to remake. Like one of the videos I made a concrete leaf years ago. It was one of the first videos on the channel, one of the sort of first videos to kind of get quite a few views, but the video quality isn't so good, so it's okay, but obviously things, I didn't know much about videos back in those days, and I was filming it like the old so there's a face, the old format was a 4:3 ratio, not realising things had been updated because I was a bit behind. And then switched to 1080p a little bit later on, but a lot of those old videos are like 4:3 ratio, where it would be good to change them into 1080p or 9:16 ratio. So I will do those videos at some point, but I don't know when. Right then, let's carve this out. I think what we'll do first is take this top off, which I should have done perhaps first of all, and get all the guts out. So let's go for it. Go careful with your knives as well, ladies and gentlemen. Carefully does it, he says. Now I had some tea light candles here somewhere, which I was sorting the house out and I've moved them, and I can't remember where I've moved them to. They might be outside in the workroom. I'm going to check later on. So yeah, the date today doing this video is the night before Halloween. So it's the 30th today. And of course I'm in the UK. And what is the time now? 3 minutes to 6 in the evening. So for folks in America, it's going to be about 1 o'clock on the what would that be, like the East Coast, I suppose. New York area, Midwest is like Chicago and all that sort of thing. I don't know how. So we're like I don't know, about 5 or 6 hours, because our clocks went back last week. But usually it's about 5 hours. We're 5 hours in front. But I don't know how many. I think we're about, I don't know how many hours in front of California we are. Quite a few. 8 hours would it be? Not quite sure. What's the time difference between Chicago and Los Angeles? Or New York and Los Angeles? Would that be 3 hours or more? When you get these seeds out, you can eat these seeds as well. I don't know if I can eat these or not. I might do. I might roast them. I've got an air fryer now, so perhaps I'll try them out in there. I'm not sure if you can eat these pumpkins though. They're sort of specially for Halloween, picked up at the supermarkets. Can you eat them at the ones at the supermarkets? Like they're craft, like specially sold as pumpkins to carve? I guess so. Let us know in the comments. Because I don't want to say you can when you can't. If they're a bit dodgy, if you know what I mean. Or not edible. For whatever reason. See, the previous videos, the videos would only last for about 3 or 4 minutes. This part I would have sped up. Put them on a time lapse. We thought I'd have a bit of a chat. I've still got my moulds for most of the casts that I've made on this channel. I did say back along that I was going to sell them, which I am going to sell them, but I need to go through them and check them to see if they're okay. I had a couple of offers actually for all of them. We'll see how that goes, but if there's any left over, I'll definitely put them on eBay or something, or Etsy, and I'll put a video on YouTube, which I've said that for a long time, saying when they will go up to be sold. But like I say, I've got to check them first, which means doing a few casts. They've been well looked after in the dark, talc and powdered up. Keep them safe away from the sun, because as you know, all the moulders out there who use latex. Latex is like a vampire. It doesn't like sun. Sunlight will kill it. Yeah, so talking about how we split the channel up, I've been just like with the moulding and casting. I probably won't do so much. Well, I haven't done any concrete casting for a long time. And when I do some moulding, I will do some moulding. It'll be smaller stuff. And probably using more silicone for smaller models, silicone resin. I haven't really got the space to make like big concrete ornaments for the garden, although I do enjoy making the moulds and casting. Although I will make the odd one now and again, but I probably focus more on sculpting my own model and taking a mould from that. And some of you who have watched a few videos on this channel know about the gargoyle sculpture that I made, which I do need to make another mould for, actually. So if I do make another mould, well, when I do make another mould for that, I will make a video of it, which there is already a video, but like, that was back in the days when the videos were, I could make the quality better now. So yeah, like another thing that's been split up is those models. I was doing some model making as well, like kit making. So there's a model channel, Xeon Models. Plus also I'd put the odd art video on here, drawing and painting and stuff. So I've also started up another channel doing that, which Also, it's due for an update, so all those things I was putting on this channel once upon a time. Like I say, it's best to keep things split up because some people come just here for certain things and they don't want to see anything that's not really related. Hence why I had to split the channels up into other channels. I don't think it's very good for the YouTube algorithm as well, but that can be a bit of a pain in the ass. Shouldn't really chase the algorithm really, because it's just annoying. Just do what you want to do, and I always say in there. I don't know where I got that from. I think it's a kind of modern English thing. It's in it. I don't like saying that. I picked it up from somewhere. In it. I don't like it. I've got my hand in the way, and from in the camera. Perhaps I should have filmed from the other side. There we go. There's his mouth. That's like a piece of melon there, isn't it? Isn't it? I don't know again. So there we go. Have I got a better knife I can carve that out with? Let's try this. Kind of flat knife there with a blade on the end. I've got a feeling that the picture that I'm using as reference is not a pumpkin. It's some sort of terracotta thing, sculpt or something. I think what we'll do is we'll rough it out and see if we can tidy it up afterwards. This might end up being a bit of an abortion. Let's hope not, though. Quite thick, that area. Bloody hands in the way again, isn't it? Sorry, folks. Try and lift it out of the way. There we go. Oops, I think I'm getting too enthusiastic there. Over the top. Right, another nostril. I'm smudging his mascara, or her mascara. Carve a bit more of that out. Let's see if I hope that marker pen comes off. Not really too worried about it going inside there. It might add to the effect a little bit, I hope. Right, let's do these eyes. It'd probably be better to do it like this, wouldn't it? Score it out first. Rough it there. And then go in. Try to be careful. It's usually my cat's tea time round about now, but she's not come out. She's usually pronto, so I don't know what she's up to. She'll probably be out shortly. There we go, look. Not too bad so far. Right, that's going to come off, isn't it? Looks a bit grotty at the moment, but hopefully it'll get a bit better. I can feel the aches on my muscles there. Well, my fingers, the muscles in my fingers. Like I said before, go careful with your knife. Just got an ordinary spud knife here, peeling knife. But probably could do something better. I've got a scalpel knife, but I don't think that's going to be any good really. The blade's a bit too shallow, or not long enough on the scalpel knife. I'm kind of overcutting here. Alright, there we go, there's another bit. Not looking too bad, is he? What do you think so far? Hello John, got a new motor? Right, I think what we'll do is give it a bit of a wipe down. Actually should be called Jack, shouldn't he? Jack-o'-lantern. Right, a bit of that black still kind of showing through, but hopefully we'll get rid of that as we refine it a bit. There we go. Kind of did that for the video purposes, so you won't, if you use a pencil you won't need to do that. I just wanted to, like, so you can see the marks on the video. Well, they don't look too bad. I'm looking at the video screen here. It kind of looks, I'm kind of happy with that. Anyway, let's do a bit of refining. I guess you can sort of scrape it. I'm going to just scrape away at it. That's what I'm going to do. So if I scrape away on the inside, we still want a bit of that showing, so the light will reflect off the sides of the eyes. Once I've done that, I've kind of tidied it up a little bit, kind of refine the edges. So just scrape in there. There's a load of stringy stuff inside as well. Again, as we go along, we'll get rid of that. Obviously, if you've got kids, make sure you're supervising your kids and don't let them use anything that they're not supposed to, like knives and stuff. You know the score. Obviously, kids too young, they can just watch, can't they? Right, so there we go. Stick a finger through his nose. Take a bit out of the mouth there. When you're watching these type of videos, you prefer a speed run, a speed video, or the full thing? Actually, I just come up with an idea actually. Well, one thing's for sure, I'm going to have to edit this video anyway, because the flipping car just ran out then. So I just have to delete a load of old videos, and I deleted a video which I shouldn't have deleted, which was a video for the music channel, which I forgot I'd done actually. Anyway, so there we are. Yeah, what I was saying before, I don't know whether it picked up, was if this video is too boring for some, I think what I can do is I can upload this version for people that perhaps want a slower video, and I could do a time-lapse video as well. So I think I might do that, so I can upload this one tonight and perhaps do the time-lapse one tomorrow. Right, so here we are with the face, which I think looks alright. Hello, how's it going? I want to put these little teeth marks in as well. Do I do that first? Perhaps I think what I'll do is I'll do the teeth last, but what I will do is try and tidy up the old edges there. In fact, I might use the scalpel for that. Actually, that works quite nicely, actually, just tidying that up. And also getting a kind of a bit of a rustic look as well. Quite like that. And kind of like a sort of tapered look, isn't it? So then again, in it. God knows where I picked that up from. Pain in the arse. So I was picking up there, and it's just tidying up these edges here. Also, I want to put that expression in as well, like on his kind of like a frown. Oh shit! I think that went a way bit too deep there. No worries, he says. So you just want like a little suggestion there, really. I don't know if we want to go into deep. Where's that other one? I've got my assortment of knives here. There we go. I can just hack it out a bit. Have a crime. Just check and see if my head's in the way. I mean, you could spend quite a lot of time on this, couldn't you? I mean, the more time you spend, obviously the more refined you can get it. It's not too bad, is it? That's not too bad. She'll do. Let's just cut that out and do the same on the other side. And I'm just concentrating a bit there. Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la. So Christmas next. Perhaps I'll do something for the channel over Christmas. I'll have to think of something to do there. I keep forget also as well, I forget to do some videos sometimes. I could do some videos, especially like DIY stuff, gardening videos and things like that. I put a load of plants in this year and sorted out some of my garden ornaments which I made. Mind you, I've done quite a few of those videos anyway, but I could have done an update, I suppose. So we're getting into gardening a bit more now. Plant some flowers. Oh, sugar. Steady. smoothen these up a bit. How's that looking? How's those eyes? Does he look like he's kind of frowning? Hack that out a bit more. Okay. Sometimes you just don't know when to stop, do you? Right, let's just stop there. I'm getting too fussy. That's okay, isn't it? What do you think, folks? Is that alright? I'll give it a bit of a wash afterwards as well. Stick this knife in there. Stick the knife in. Just give it a twist there just to get rid of some of that rubbish. Oh, don't break it, Mark. Pick his nose. Get all the salt out. And we'll tidy up his nostrils, give him a bit of a nose job. He's a bit vain, this Pumpkinhead. I'm not saying people that have nose jobs are vain. Not all of them anyway. Sha-la-la-la-la-la. Yeah, I was a bit over the top with that knife earlier. I kind of damaged his nose a bit. Yeah, if you damaged your nose, it's fair enough, and it'll have a nose job. I don't see the point that you see some people, they have nose jobs and they look worse than what they did before when they do it for cosmetic reasons. Do you know what I mean? They see some beautiful women, because it's usually women that have nose jobs, isn't it? I mean, there's probably a lot more vain blokes these days that do the same, have plastic surgery, but some people, they were like gorgeous before the plastic surgery and they end up looking horrible after it, and then they end up having more. I don't understand that. That is very odd to me. I've got Madonna in my head. I mean, what does Madonna look like these days? My God. Is that nose alright? I think we'll keep it like that, won't we? I think we go for the rustic look. Right now, I think what I'll do is just kind of smoothen his lips up a little bit before we carve in his teeth. We quite like them like that though, actually. Now we're on the lips now, so we're doing the lips, doing Jack's lips here. That's another thing as well, there's a lady in a comedy programme here in the UK years ago in the 90s, Men Behaving Badly. I forget the name of the actress. I mean, she was a very good looking woman, and then she did something to her lips, but in her defence, I got a feeling the story was that the people that were operating on her lips, I guess the surgeons, the plastic surgeons, they messed the operation up, which didn't make her lips look very good. But I mean, you know the look I'm talking about, most likely. It's that sort of archetypal, I've had a face job look and my lips look a bit weird, They never look right. Mind you, I guess the ones that look right, you wouldn't know, would you? But I see a lot of these people, celebrities, mainly of course, because they're pretty vain, aren't they? Spending all this money on plastic surgery, getting addicted to it, but it doesn't look very good at all. I don't know whether they think, oh, that doesn't look very good, and they go in again to try and correct it, and it's just a downward spiral. They just look worse and worse and worse. Unless they see something that we don't. Perhaps their perception of beauty is different. I'm waffling on a bit, aren't I? Anyway, what do you think of his lip job? Is that alright? So what I'm going to do now is just stick the teeth in like on this picture. How does that compare? I don't think mine looks as evil, does it? Because I haven't slanted his eyes up enough, have I? The eyes are a bit more slanted in the picture. Mine looks a little bit more friendly. I wanted him more evil really, but we'll have to bear that in mind for next year. Make a really evil one. Right, so here we go, let's put some teeth in. Oops, careful. Shit. Cocking it up here, folks. Not good. I'm trying to go careful. It's a bit flimsy there. So I'm going to go careful a wee bit. There we go. This is looking not too bad. Don't want to go all the way around. I suppose I ought to, didn't I? That'll do, I reckon. Like that. Just like that, eh? Okay, yeah, we're going for the rustic look. Definitely going for the rustic look now. Is that too much of an angle on the teeth there? Right, now do the bottom ones. Actually, let's carve out these top ones a bit better first. Alright, so that we're a dentist now. It's hard to get these straight, actually. Oh, I know what we could do if we just carve them out as best we can. And then I can do the same trick with tidying out the outside skin bit. Carving it out a bit. Yeah, so I was ill. I actually experienced agoraphobia with panic disorder, and so I get like a panic attack now and again. But a couple of years ago, I had quite a severe one. I thought, because usually, like, if I have one, it might sort of knock me out for a day or two. But this one wouldn't stop. I just couldn't get out of it. And whereas I usually struggle to go outside and up the road, I was suffering actually inside the house. And this went on for like 3 months, and I could hardly get out of bed. Well, I did spend pretty much 3 months in bed. And once upon a time, I used to use alcohol to try and make myself feel better. And I did try and use alcohol to calm me down that day, but anybody that knows about these things or experience these things, it's not a good idea to use alcohol. It just makes you worse in the long run. I mean, I used to use it to go from A to B, to travel. But there's so many reasons not to use alcohol, because you're not the same person when you drink. Plus, the worst thing is it's going to make you worse in the long run. It's not good for a person. I mean, even physically as well. It's not good physically, mentally. You get all kinds of problems, as we all know. Not to mention alcoholism. Luckily, I wasn't an alcoholic or anything like that. I did drink a lot once upon a time. I haven't had a drink for well, since then. I wasn't drinking that much then. But anyway, the booze doesn't work for me anymore to quell anxious feelings, which I found out when I was quite ill or like extreme panic. So I thought, well, I gotta stop this anyway, because it's like drinking. Wake up 5 o'clock in the morning, panic attack, first thing, right, I'm gonna have a drink. So I thought, well, I can't go on like this. This is ridiculous. For the reasons mentioned, health reasons. So it's just kind of just accepted it, basically. The feelings coming forward, it wasn't very nice. I couldn't get out of bed. The only thing that would make me feel kind of I just like my body was wired, and I spent most of the time drawing in bed. So I was actually very productive doing a load of drawings. I will put those on my drawing channel at some point. And like drawing that you could like think about, so focusing on the drawing, and the anxious feelings would like sort of abate after a while. They keep coming back in, but the more I focused on the drawing, the easier it sort of became. But that took a good 3 months to I wouldn't say come back to normal, because there's still kind of echoes from that then. And like I say, usually if I get those kind of feelings, it might knock me out for a day or two, but not for that amount of time. But it was very odd. Well, anybody that knows you experiences panic attacks will know how horrible it is. But in a sense, on a positive note, I'm kind of sort of glad I went through it, because like with agoraphobia, obviously you're sort of like avoiding outside spaces. Well, before I carry on nattering, I'm just going to try and refine these tooth marks here now. I'll probably swap over the knives to see which one suits the best. Perhaps this, let's try it with this scalpel. Actually, will this one be good? I don't know what I'm doing. Just bear with me while I try and sort my knife situation out. Anyway, I'll carry on what I was talking about. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, panic attacks. As I said, might be a blessing in disguise, because with agoraphobia, you know, the trigger for me is just basically open spaces, sort of classic agoraphobia, really. So if I am walking out and about, it's easy for me to run home, which is my safe spot, to quell the anxiety sort of thing, so I feel safe in my own home. Anyway, when I was ill a couple of years ago, there was no safe space, so I had no choice but to let the panic just come and go. It felt like it was constant, and I had all the curtains shut because I don't like seeing outside, because if I look across vertical planes, it feels like I'm horizontal planes, I should say. It feels like I am looking down the side of a cliff or something. So horizontal planes going to give me the same feeling as what a vertical plane would. So I got the sensation of height just looking across vertical planes. So like I say, where I got through those moments and just like let it come, I was thinking, well, my brain and my body knows that I got through it instead of running away, sort of thing. And there was moments in this room where I even just I'd be in bed and just sitting at the other end of the bedroom, and I got my computer in the bedroom, just sitting there would make me panic, and I'd get back into bed again. I'd do all me like washing, in the bedroom, so I'd like rush to the bathroom, get myself a bowl, bring all my toothbrushes and all that into the bedroom. I bought myself an exercise bike, because I had that in the bedroom, so when I felt like I could get on the exercise bike for a few minutes just to keep myself ticking over. And I got a bunch of vitamin supplements, and I went back on some meds as well, because when you're in such a situation, you take anything to get rid of the flipping feelings. A bit like pain, isn't it? You go, if you have any pain, so well, just give me anything. So yeah, well, I can feel empathy for people that do suffer anxiety conditions, and certainly when I have anxiety conditions and agoraphobia like myself, I've had it for a long time now. But never give up. Got to keep on going. I've got to get myself fit, or fitter, and I shall start going out and about again. Start with just I just live in a small estate here, and I'll start running around the block and trying to build my strength up, sort of thing. How does that look anyway? Can you see those teeth? I don't know there's much more I can really do with those teeth. I've got these stringy bits inside. Also as well, I'll finish up by saying with the anxiety thing, if you feel like you do have anxiety, go and see a doctor straight away and get help straight away. Don't let it fester, and start learning some tools to deal with it. Don't let it get any worse than what it may be at this moment in time, because a lot of it's about knowing the tools and how to deal with it. I mean, there was once upon a time I just didn't know how to deal with it, but now I sort of know I can refocus my mind, and it'll take, I'm not saying it's going to take it all away, it might keep coming backwards and forwards, but eventually it will abate. It's a nightmare when you've got your body in the alert mode all the time. Was it the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system? I can't remember which way around they are now, but basically if you're on a panic mode, obviously your body is wired, and you want to get into a relaxed state of mind. Right, so there we go. Let's wash this up, shall we? Gotta find a candle. I should have got one ready before we're doing this, shouldn't I? There we go. Is he looking alright? What do you reckon, folks? I'll just put that there for a sec. You have a picture behind there. Look how we go. Tea light candle. Right, so I found the tea lights. They're in the cupboard. I'm not sure if the video's going to run out again now. Cupboard in the workroom, sorry. Just had to go outside and get these. With tidying the pumpkin up as well, so usually I find like if you wait at night, all those stringy bits, once it's dried out a little bit, it's easier to kind of tidy it up on the inside to get rid of those stringy bits. Shit. Bit dangerous there. What's going on? What's going on with this knife? Oh, there we go. Right, anyway. Get a tea light out. Have a little sip of coffee. I put it's kind of like a latte though. I put a spoonful of coffee in, instant coffee, granulated, and a teaspoon of drinking chocolate. So you've got kind of mocha, lovely jubbly. Very nice indeed. Trouble is, you get the taste for it and you want to drink loads. Right. So got a tea light here, tea light candle. Bloody hell. Do a little test job. Got a lighter here somewhere. Right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Carefully does it. Light the candle. Pop it in. Bob's your uncle. You'll see the hairy bits in there, stringy bits in there. But like I say, we'll tidy that up again tomorrow. Right. So. There she blows. What do you reckon of that then? He looks a bit like a horror character. Look at that. Look at that. Happy Halloween, everybody. Right, so I'm going to do some thumbnails now, take some pictures. Like I say, this is the long video, and I'll do a speed video as well for the people that are that have got ADHD like myself. Anyway, thanks for watching, and hope everybody's well. Happy Halloween, and over and out for now.